Everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are going to continue on with the summer crafting and we're going to create a cute little beach theme. So we're going to be using a couple products here. So I have a pretty pink Posh and I think this is called Beach Fun. We got the stamp and the die set, and then I'm also going to be using, I'm so excited, I believe scrapbook.com had just released this at the time of me filming it, and I finally got it and I can't wait to craft with it. And I wasn't going to use it for this card. I wanted to use the other ones, but I thought, why not give this a try and create like a little of a beach hill, if you will. And then we're also going to be using Distress Oxides, the tea dye, and the tumbled glass. And we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So I think we can move this to the side for right now. I'm going to go ahead and basically stamp out what I want to use. So I think I'll bring in, let's see here. Actually, let me bring in my Misty and bring in a piece of paper. I might have to do, I only brought out these small panels, so this might be a little bit not enough, but that's okay. We'll see. So definitely want to use the umbrella. Then the surfboard. I've never done surfing before, so if you have, let me know if you like it and enjoy it. Was it fun when you first started to learn? And then the little sand castle. Who lives by the beach, and if you do, how often do you go? I live about an hour from the beach, and we don't go that often. Okay, I think that's all gonna get on this piece of paper. I'm gonna have to use my little Altenew like eraser. This helps with getting that film off of the stamps from the manufacturing process. Don't mind my little burn mark here. I was cooking last weekend, or baking something last weekend for dinner, and I was trying to move something and I lifted my arm and hit the oven, so that was fun. So I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black, this because I'm going to be using Copics. Any alcohol marker based, you're going to want to use something like this because it doesn't smear the ink, right? Okay, and then just make sure it's evenly distributed. And then I don't know if I'll end up using all of these. It just depends on the scene that I'm trying to create, so you know, we'll see how it goes. I do want to stamp out more, but again, I probably won't use all of it. We'll see, and see what works and what doesn't. And who knows, maybe I'll stamp too much and then I'll just create a second card off camera and show at the end. We'll see how much I end up using. Very good. So let's start coloring. I am going to use, let's see here, this one is R21. I'll try to list everything in the description box below. I am not a colorist by any means, but I will give it a try. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And let's go ahead and put some music on and enjoy the coloring process. Got all that colored. I had to redo, let's see, the sandcastle. That was too orange for my liking, And I also wanted to redo that just because I wasn't really liking how that turned out in the bucket. I redid because, well, I can't apparently color within the lines. Oh my gosh. You know, it's just one of those things. And get this all taped. So let me just skip this part and then we'll come back and hopefully have everything die cut out nicely. Okay, get them all die cut out. And I think that's gonna work out to what I need it to do. Okay, so then I gotta think about placement because I need to make sure that I have enough room. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have enough room. Let's see. Right now I'm just kind of throwing them on there, right? I'm not really caring. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna look. I was just trying to determine if I want to go portrait or landscape. And I think if I go landscape, it's not gonna work just because of how tall. I mean, I guess I could angle this a little bit. And no, I want to do portrait. Okay. So what I want to do is bring out my Distress Oxide. I need to make sure that this is the one that I want to do. And let me just clean up my workspace a little bit. Okay. So I'm just going to start blending, and I don't know how high I want it. I will figure that out as we go. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Flatten that out. Getting a little crazy here. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I did a card and I already posted it. It was a beach scene, and I did one off camera, and I wish I would have done that one on camera because I'm trying to remember what Distress Oxide I used to create the sand, and I'm thinking it was not this one because this is more, I don't know, it's not exactly the brown that I wanted. So I guess I could play around with you know, what will look great, but I don't know. Right now my daughter is being occupied with my husband. He's playing with her, so my time to craft is limited. Plus, I don't want to turn this video to a voiceover. I know I mentioned this several times. I really just don't like watching voiceovers, and I really don't like making them. They're actually a lot more work to do because you have to edit the video, and then you got to do the voiceover, and then I always feel that I have to rush and talk because of how I edit, and I don't know, it's just to me it's just a lot of work, and I'm just not, you know, I don't have that time to do that, right? Okay. You know, I complain a lot about not having a lot of time. It's just the season that I'm in right now. Okay. I think that's good. I kind of like the variations, some lighter areas than others. And then I think, I'm getting all over my card. I think that should be high enough. I think I might want to go just a little bit higher. You're going to see what I'm doing here in a moment. That should be good. Okay, perfect. So again, I gotta kind of figure out how high I need this die to cut. I cannot wait to use this for some cards. It's going to be so much fun. I didn't even know it was a new release when I bought it. I just saw it and advertised, and I was like, ooh, I like that. And then they later posted a YouTube video on it, and I'm like, ooh, glad I got that. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Now don't worry, I'm going to cut that, but this is going to help me determine how, actually, I'll do it this way. I'll use this one. I don't know why I bother with that one. Doesn't matter. I guess I just didn't want to put my pieces on this until it dried, but let's see. Okay. And then do, yeah. So my idea is to kind of do something like this, you know. So I think that, yeah, maybe go up just a little bit, and then this can go, yeah, that's good, right? Okay, well, then I'm not even going to fuss with it, right? And then, there you go. Okay, and then there's that piece. I don't think I need this anymore, so I can put that away. So the idea is to, what did I get on there? To have something that looks like this, but actually I should have trimmed this down. I didn't even think about that because I want to trim my panel down. Oh, nuts. Okay, not a big deal. I'll trim that down, trim it down now. So I'm going to just trim it. So it's going to be 4 1/4, so I'll do 1/8 of an inch on both sides, or yeah, 1/8 of an inch on both sides, just so it's an even trim. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then I'll trim this down to 4. And then this can go down to 5 1/4. So now we have 4 by 5 1/4. Trimmed out perfectly. Now, bringing in the tumbled glass for the sky. And then I'm just going to, I will tell you this is a little darker than I want, so I'm going to try coming in this side and not coming in so hot. So I'm going to try to go a little bit lighter and see how it works. And I can always just ink blend the back of it too. It's coming in really hot. Okay. And I'm purposely not being, I don't know, coating it evenly, if you will, because, let me see, I just want to kind of mimic mimic a sky. See, I'm not liking that area. Dang. Wish I was a little. Okay. Let me do this. Let me get a new panel. I'll keep this just in case I don't like it. I could do better. I kind of rushed through that. I love the blend, the new blend I should say. So a little something like that. We'll score this at the, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, so we need to score it at the 5 1/2 mark. Just crease it down. Okay, before I lay that out, I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of this. Get that into place, like so, and then bring that there. And then peeling this back. I'm going to stand up because I want to get this centered. So I added the foam tape on the back, and then I'm going to, do I want to add dimension to this? I do, I think. Yeah. I'm going to complicate it because then I got to add foam tape to parts where it only touches the sky versus the sand. But you know what? Things we do to make a card look right. Am I right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm adding a really thin foam tape because the foam tape that I made is pretty thick. So I don't want to add too much too much thickness, you know, because I want to have to pay for extra for for stamps, right? Perfect. Love it. Okay. So now it's a matter of let's have fun and decorate. And let's hope for the best, right? How's that look? And then I got these little shells and star. I'm just I'll put them, you know, wherever I need to fit it. But I think that looks really good. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a picture of it, and so that way I have it memorized. In fact, I'm gonna do myself one better. I was gonna put some tape on top of this, but I don't know. Is it going to make sense for me to do that? No, it's not. That's okay. I'll just, oh, okay. I'll just move this out. Yeah, I'll just move that out. And keep that there, keep that there. Okay, so I am going to grip it where, again, I'm just going to take pictures as I go, and that way I can refer back to it. Use your technology, guys, when you can. All right, so I'm going to grip it where I need to put the glue at, and then where I don't need to put the glue at, I'm going to put the foam tape on here. Whoops. I don't think I've made so many summer cards before. Well, I wasn't making cards last summer. I was at the tail end of summer. I started getting back into cards. But, oh, no, don't do that. I have to trim that down. But Pretty Pink Posh really came out with some good summer stamps and dies, and so I just knew that I had to craft with it just because, well, why not, right? All right, so referring back to my phone as to, you know, where I want it to go. So I'm just kind of getting an idea about the angle and the position and about where I need it to go. There we go. Okay. Oh. Oh no, you guys, hold on. I need to release the backers. Oh gosh. Hang on. I was like, why is that not sticking down? Duh. Because I don't want to accidentally mess that up. There we go. You guys are probably screaming at me, take the backers off. I heard you. I'm just kidding, I didn't. Okay, so that looks really good. Yep. Okay. So then here we go again, gripping it about where that glue needs to go and where the tape begins, and then I'll repeat the process. So I did remove the backer, so that's not going to be a problem, hopefully. And again, just referring to my phone and getting it lined up with where it needs to go. Okay, oop, come down a little bit more. There we go. It's looking great. Okay, so now I can go back to this picture because once those are in position, I don't think I need to worry about adding foam tape to either any of them because the rest are, I mean, maybe I think it'll be okay. I was gonna say maybe the top, but it'll be fine. All right. So let's just add glue to the back of this. So you guys can start to see where now I'm getting kind of nervous because I got to stamp on here and oh, I've come a long way to, you know, make this look really nice. No, don't go dim on me. Okay. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Okay, so now I kind of wonder if I should just kind of put these little, sorry if you hear my kid screaming in the background, she's having fun with her dad. Kind of just willy-nilly. See, I need to think about my sentiment and where it's going to go. Life is better at the beach. Yeah, I might put it down there. Okay, let me just move those. I'll do those last. And I am just not brave right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Misty. We'll see how this works. And we'll put that down. And gosh, I hope it's going to work. All right, I have some acetate. I am going to put on the top here, just to make sure that this is going to work because I am nervous. Yeah, it's going to work. Perfect. Whew. Okay. Let's try that again. I obviously would not do this with all this here because it's going to be it's going to have a hard time. You know what? And also stamping, since it's all puffed up, I'm going to clean this off. I don't want to accidentally get that on my card. I'll be really sad. Okay, here goes nothing. Yes. Oh my gosh, that turned out so good. I was holding my breath. Whew. Oh, thank gosh. Oh my goodness. I was so nervous about that. Now what would be even cooler is if you had white embossing, but you know what? I didn't want to melt the adhesive that's already on there and the glue and everything, so that's why I did not do that. But if I could have planned a little ahead, I mean, even if I planned ahead, I still probably would have done what I did because I didn't know the position of everything, so I kind of just went with that. Now, do I need it to add any type of embellishments? Maybe. Yep, that looks good. The placement, I think, is fine. So, lots going on in this card, so you don't want to, you know, overdo it, I guess. Now this will dry clear. It's a little cloudy right now, and it will most certainly dry clear once it's dried, right? Very good. This was a fun card to, ouch, I just poked myself. This was a fun card to do. I'm not a big colorist. I don't really particularly like to color, but overall, it turned out really good, right? So, guys, I'm sorry if you hear my kid screaming. She's having so much fun upstairs. Okay. There we go. And then here's the finished card. What do you guys think? I am so excited that I got this set. I have more die sets and stamp sets from the same release. I think they released it in June, so I'm definitely going to be doing more, but this just turned out super cute. Let me know what you guys think. All right, thanks for watching. I will catch you all in the next card or craft video. Bye.